I thought then, because of men that I've dealt with, and I used to deal with the same type of men, that the most that I could offer a man was sex. In 5,
4,
3,
2,
and 1.
Yo, you are now prescribed with the realness, where we say the things your friends won't say and your man gonna lie about. It's your boy Dewey Rice. You know what I'm saying? We back in the studio today. And today I'm sitting with Miss Atlanta's finest. You know what I'm saying? ATL's finest. She's been on the show. She's a recurring guest. Been on the show once or twice?
This is my third time.
Third time, baby! Hey!
One thing I'm going to do is support.
Okay, period. We love it. You feel me? So look, y'all, every time Tanee is touchdown in the city, she definitely says, let's get an episode popping. And so today, she said, let's get an episode popping. And we here. You feel me?
Here.
So Tanee, go ahead. Introduce. I mean, I said your name, but go ahead and introduce yourself. I don't know if you got a little tagline, whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Up? My name's Tanee Monique.
Period.
And I'm here to speak that truth.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all I got to say right now.
The truth.
The
Straight
truth.
from the soul.
That's it.
Hey.
That's all I can do.
Okay. Well, I said, you know what I'm saying? You came down here from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So how's your time been in Columbus? What's up? Like, how your week been?
It's been good. Okay. Family time. My dad just turned 50.
Hey,
so
shout out to him. Hey, party went crazy. Okay,
yes. Shout out to you because you a real nigga.
Absolutely.
Because you showed up.
Show up. Definitely
like, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Brought a gift and everything.
Hey,
most niggas don't do
a gift. You literally
be surprised.
Bro, you can't show up without a gift, bro.
Okay.
Anywhere y'all go, bro, do not show up to nobody's spot without a gift.
Empty-handed? Bring something.
Yeah, like even a card. Like even if you don't put nothing in
yes.
it, but we too grown not to put something in it. But if you don't put nothing in it, show up with something.
Bring
please.
something.
Okay.
So I've been busy with the family and getting some business things together.
Okay.
And I've just been relaxing other than that.
Absolutely.
And that's pretty much it. I haven't really been doing too much. I don't really do too much when I come here anyways. I'm usually here for something specific.
And that's it.
I
Okay.
don't have time for nothing else.
Nothing else.
Niggas
don't hit me. Nothing. Well, shit, my week been cool. You know, we starting the week off. I have a lot of things in motion, which I'm about to announce right now. So like I was telling you earlier, we have a show on the way. You know what I'm saying? Another live show. Boo, boo.
What's up?
Boo, boo. You feel me? So another live show coming to y'all February 9th. You know what I'm saying? So it's about love. You know,
that's
Valentine's
around the corner.
Day. It's literally next
here.
Week. It's next week, babe. Like not really
yes,
next week, but you
but
feel
no,
me?
it is.
Like when it comes to planning and shit, like it's really
here
next week, right? So this show is gonna be about, you know what I'm saying? We close to Valentine's Day. It's gonna be about love. You know, we all love a little bit of love. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of love, a little bit of affection. So we're gonna be touching on topics about love, affection, love languages, what to give for Valentine's Day. We're gonna mix it up, you know what I'm saying? Remedies, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be love sick. You know, so we're gonna give y'all a little song.
Yes, I'm sad I'm not gonna be here for that, but I want to tune in live. Like, cause I literally have an event on the 5th.
Oh, that's what's up.
That I'm preparing for.
Okay.
For my skincare. So, you know what I'm saying? If I was able to get back or stay, I would have stayed. But I gotta go do that.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
But I'm gonna be at one of these lives.
Okay.
I promise you that.
It goes crazy. It's really a good time. I put a lot of effort. I mean, like a lot of energy, effort, and everything into my shows. Like I do this one. So definitely mark y'all's calendars, February 9th, 7 to 10. At the Savoy Club. You feel me? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Love doctor. I'm the love doctor today. I'm the love doctor. Okay?
So get your prescription.
Get your I'm the love doctor. Get your fucking prescription.
That should be your tagline. That's your tagline.
Hey, y'all didn't hear her say that shit though. That was nice though. Get your fucking prescription, babe.
Yes.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna work on. Ooh, that was nice, y'all. That was a fucking banger. Mm-hmm. Good shit. God. That was nothing but God. Because guess what? We prayed. we prayed.
We did. Hey, one thing we always gonna do when I come on the show is pray.
We're gonna pray right before.
But he gonna start doing it.
Okay, I got you.
He is.
Yeah, we're gonna bow our heads.
Not for me, for you.
No, for me. Yeah, and my guests. Whoever come on.
He gonna do it.
Cool shit.
It just kind of just sets the tone. It eases everything. It just makes everything better.
I love that.
Start it with him.
She gave me a tagline and everything. Good shit, Tanee.
Don't
Great
forget
way to start off. I'm not going to. So tell me if I got cotton this time. You feel me?
I got you.
Okay, cool. We good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
good.
Little pat.
Little pat. Don't rub it. Just pat.
Little pat. All right, Tanee. So y'all, I brought Tanee on the show today. We talked about it. We had a good conversation at your dad's party. We kind of just reflected on just like life. You know what I'm saying? We've known each other for years on years on years. Seventh grade?
2007.
That's crazy. Yeah. Because we graduated 2012. Yep. So we've known each other for years on years on years. You know what I'm saying? Share some great memories. And we were just reflecting on life. And I thought it was very important to actually, I know we're in 2023, right? But I think we have to also take a moment to like reflect on 2022. Just a bit. You know what I'm saying? I know like we've moved on. We're in a new year.
I mean, we're only on the 3rd day.
You know, but new year, new me. You know what I'm saying? No, let's go ahead and push back just a little bit. So for our game today, it's really not going to be a game. It's going to kind of be like we're going like blast in the past, but we're going to 2022, right? So I got a couple questions for you, right? So the first one we're going to start off with was what was one of your biggest memories of 2022? Your biggest memories or greatest? Let's say greatest.
Greatest memories was I took a trip. I went on a women's retreat and a trip to Tampa, and then I went to a different part of Florida, which was, I forget the name, but that was one of the greatest times that I had. It was just a moment, like I had a really busy year. Like I was on autopilot all year with running a business, running a store, sister's wedding, just giving back and serving everybody else that I didn't really have time for me. So September was about me and me refueling myself. So I have a group of women who we call each other the Love Buds. They're like my sisters. And we connect periodically. And we just do different stuff, whether it's a sleepover, have lunch. And it was just everything I could have asked for and more. I went to go see one of my friends first. And that trip with him was amazing. And then a couple of days later, I went with my girls and it just ended the whole September. It was like I couldn't even put it into words.
So do y'all go there with a mission, or do y'all like a mission of like, you know, like a theme? And
so we didn't necessarily have a theme. There's a girl that's kind of like who started it. So she rented out this Airbnb for us. Like we didn't have to pay for nothing. We just had to show up. We helped with groceries and stuff like that, getting down there. But we just kind of went with the flow. Like we made dinner and breakfast. We went out to eat once, went to the beach. We played some games. We had like a gift exchange. And then one day she did share some stuff. I don't remember exactly what it was about.
That's fine.
But I just know it was good. I had a great time. A bunch of laughs. Like I haven't laughed like that all year. That's what's up. And I also was able to connect with one of my best friends, my best sisters, who I hadn't talked to all year. So it was just like, it was amazing. God. It was really good.
That was your biggest memory. So when I think about mine in 2022, there were so many like great times, I guess I should say. One of my best times would probably be my live show that I had in October, right?
The Halloween one.
22, baby. So it was crazy because approaching it, like I had a lot of doubt, and like we'll talk about that during the show, but like I was not really feeling it as much as I usually feel my events, but it was because of the numbers, right? So you know, you talk about like God, like he comes through for you. So like I didn't sell it nearly as many tickets as I'm usually used to selling. So the day of my event, I'm like, you know, my grandma and them was like, trusting your process. Like this was on your heart. Like you was told to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still not going in with confidence though. 'Cause I'm just like, no, ain't nobody gonna be there, babe. Like nobody's gonna be there, right? So, you know, nobody's sharing it this time. Like it's crazy, like a whole different momentum. So I get to my show, I'm setting up, you know, people coming in, but it's not the numbers I'm used to seeing. So I'm kind of defeated, but not really, because I got this whole show. So y'all better sit the fuck down and listen, right? Motherfucker, listen. So so it's supposed to start at 7. We had the mixer. About 7:45, this guy, older guy, like in his 40s, 50s, it was his birthday. And he comes to the door and he's like, I want to come in. Well, it's a private event. So the lady is like, Dewey, it's a private event. We told him no. He's still standing at the door like, man, can I talk to whoever is running the show? So we go out there and he's like, man, listen, like it's my birthday. I got like 50, 60 people with me. Like if you can just let us come in for like a price, whatever, we'll do it. Right? Bro, I had about 40 something people of just the people I promoted. Just my people. 50 more people came just out of nowhere. Like this nigga brought literally a whole clan of niggas. They older, but then these people that don't know the show, so they like, hey bro, after the show they come up to me like, hey bro, your show is amazing. Like, where can I find you? Da da da. And it's like, damn, this whole time I've been stressed, this whole month and a half about niggas not coming. And he was right there the whole time. Like, nigga, I got you.
At the last
My grandma
minute.
telling me every day, like, it's going to be okay. Like, you're good. Like, don't worry about it. I'm worried about numbers. Nigga, come in. All these, it was all the aunties and uncles.
It don't matter. Yeah.
It didn't fucking matter.
Thank you.
Hello? How y'all doing?
Broadening your audience.
It filled the whole fucking room.
Yes.
So, yeah, that was one of my, like, best moments or, like, greatest memories of 2022.
Yeah.
Because it just made me, like, kind of cherish those moments. Like, damn, nigga, you was stressed. You wasted all that time and energy on this, and look what he did for you. You feel me? So, I want to know what was one of your biggest losses in 2022?
Losing my I won't say losing, but my best friend's brother transitioning with the Lord.
Okay.
And my goddaughter.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So for him it's literally we approaching it. It's next week. That's crazy. A year. Mm-hmm. So that happened the beginning of the year. Like we was so excited about the year, like 2022 about to be this, and then boom.
Yeah.
And then, during that time, my best friend, that was her only brother. So we went through a period of just separating. Yeah. And that was difficult for me. I didn't realize how dependent I was on her.
For sure.
And so I was like, Lord, I ain't gonna make it. I'm about to mentally check out. So I started therapy. And I started just trying to find my way back.
Right.
And then like a few months later, I found out my goddaughter, same thing, transition. She young girl. So I'm just like, dang.
Can't catch a break.
You know what I'm saying? Can't catch a break. But one of the things that I learned in this year, that last year, was just that, God is always with me. Like if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't be here. And it just made me grow closer to him. It made me to lean on him, look to him, go to him first in those times instead of running to the things I used to: sex, weed, busyness, suppressing. So even though those things were painful and still grieving through that, I did grow a deeper connection with God in the process.
That's great.
So none of it was wasted or is wasted. So yeah.
They always talk about grief though, and like you go through so many different, like, I guess, like levels of grief. You know what I'm saying? Stages. There it is. Great word. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Babe. Thanks. Stages, levels, stages, all that. You go through so many, and it's like you never know what the next day will look like because you go through these stages. You feel me? So, hate to talk about it, but I have to. So my greatest loss would have been my pool party, bro. So it didn't happen, which is fine now, and fucking January 2023.
You didn't have it?
No, I did not have it. It was canceled.
Okay.
I was scammed by the owner of like the pool that I was going to, the house I was having it at. I spent like over $6,000 like on like food, on everything, like this big ass amount of money. Just went to waste, like on shuttles, everything. So like I didn't, my promo was going crazy. Like everything was just placed in the right, like it was in the right place. Right. But I think when I reflect back, I had so many different signs. Like I said this on the episode that I explained it, but it was so many different signs that told me not to do it.
Oh,
you feel me?
You wanted to do
going
it so
up
bad.
to it, but I want to do it so bad. And I'm like, we're gonna make this shit work,
regardless.
Right? And that was probably my, like, when they say I hit depression, like I was fucked up. Like not only did I just lose all this money, because I'm not no scamming ass nigga. I'm gonna refund everybody back their money, even the people that bought sections. You know what I'm saying? And it was a moment of like I had like hit rock bottom. Like I felt like I really hit. It sounds dramatic, but no, I really felt like there was nothing, like I wasn't ready, like suicidal, but I hit rock bottom because something I worked so hard for just didn't happen. It was like right in my hands, like the day of Tanee, like niggas say we can't use his shit. Then he books over my party with my shit back there. So it's like day of, everything's set up right, and then nothing. It was just like total.
But you reap what you sow.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
God, it may seem like a loss, but God got you.
Oh, for sure. And he's had me, but it was just like, it was crazy to experience that loss when you're such as like a big high, to hit a low that way. And when in that moment of the high is like crazy as fuck. Like it's something you can't explain, describe that feeling. You feel me? So my last one would be, what is something that you learned in 2022 that you're taking with you in 2023? This will get us into the topic. Something that you learned, let's say you learned about yourself or about people. What did you learn in 2022 that you're taking into this year? Like intentionally taking though. We had a lot of people talking about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. What is something that really sat with you and you're intentionally taking this year?
That I have to be willing to put in the work. A lot of people, and I'll just use I'll use Christians. A lot of, or people that believe in God might say, God gonna do it, God gonna fix it. And I used to be one of these people, like, it's just gonna fall into your lap. No. Yeah. God very, like, he gives, I heard someone say this, he gives out a lot of, I think it was Darius Daniels, my pastor. Mm-hmm. He gives out a lot of what's, but he doesn't give out many how's. Mm-hmm. So he will tell you what to do, but he's not gonna tell you how to do it. That's good. So when I say I have to be willing to put in the work, and then I also have to believe and trust, not in me, but the God that's inside of me, because I can do it. But if I don't believe it, it's going to stop me from walking out what he's told me to do. So that looks like, business things, or, just anything that I've never done, or I don't have the resources that maybe some people do to pay somebody else to do it. Yep. You can't just sit here and wait for it to happen. Yeah. Do it now. Right. For sure. And take the time. Like, don't give up when it gets hard. Don't give up when it don't work out the first time. Keep figuring out until you find a solution. And I also used to be afraid to start something because I was too afraid that I would be going down the wrong path. Okay. But what I've learned about God is, if you going down a path that he don't want you, he will reroute you. Yeah, but he wants you to take the step first. Facts. So take that step. Yeah. And trust God and let him do the rest. And lastly, I'm not trying to I used to always say, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm taking that out of my vocabulary. Okay. I don't need to figure anything out.
It's already figured out for you.
God got it figured out. Okay. I just need to do the work. Okay. But figuring out how, that's not my job. Okay. That's his job. Okay. Mm-hmm.
2023 about to be great for you.
It's about to be. I don't even have any. Listen. That harvest is
hey. Yeah. Okay. I love that. Yeah. Okay. So something I'm taking into 2023, and it's gonna put us right into our topic. One thing I'm taking in 2023, really, it's gonna sound very, 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 very cliche, right? But it's really not. I really feel this, right? Okay. So one thing I'm taking into 2023 is like trusting yourself. Like, when I tell you so many times that I've been like, I had this idea, but I'm like, no.
Doubting.
Self-doubt for sure. But I had this idea. I know this would be dope. I done already thought it. If I bring it to somebody, I've already thought it through A through Z. You feel me? So it's really, and then when I hear somebody else say it, like, for example, I just had a conversation with one of my friends. Oh shit. I had a conversation with one of my friends about, the upcoming show. And I had this idea. I'm like, this would be a raw ass promo, like, in my head though, right? Yeah. And I'm saying it out loud. Okay, this will work. But then I said, nah. I'm like, that's gonna take too much. I'll just do this. Like, it's just gonna take too much time. Yeah. But I got it. I got the time to do it. Yes. You feel me? So I'm talking to her. I'm talking to her on the phone, like, hey, yo, like, I'm really thinking about this, but I'm just gonna do this instead. She like, no, bro, that's hard. Like, what you wanna do? Like, that's hard. She sends me a video. I'm like, this is exactly what I was talking about. She like, yeah, why would you ever talk yourself out of this? I'm like, damn. In that moment, I'm like, damn, I really talked myself out of it. And I don't know, like, I can't do it. It was just like, you know what?
The moment certain thoughts come in, them lies come in right after.
You feel me? Like, right after. Like, nigga, you're doing a lot. Like, you don't need to put that much work into it. But one thing with me, I'm going to always put in the most work for what I got. I don't want to put out nothing that's average, none of that shit. Like, I'm trying to put my shit into it. You know what I'm saying? The most into it. So one thing is like really trusting yourself. And that's one thing I'm really going to try to do this year. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to try.
You are doing it.
I am. One.
You are
there it
doing
is. Love that.
I am.
One. I am. You know what I'm saying?
I am trusting myself.
But that is one thing I'm definitely going to instill in myself while doing these projects, doing these shows. Like, trusting yourself. Nigga, if you say it, it's going, just do it. You know what I'm saying? So Tanee, hello. Hey, so I sent Tanee a little outline. If you've been on my show, I sent outlines very much professional.
Very much organized. Very much polished.
Very much polished and professional. I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Not to boast too much.
It's the details for me.
It's the details, period, right?
Because I wouldn't be on the show if it wasn't.
Hey.
Friend or not.
Let them know, right? Mm-hmm. So one question I asked Tanee was, can you rewrite your story? And so when we're going into this new year, a lot of people was on social media posting like New Year's resolutions and what I'm going to do, what I'm not going to do, what I'm not putting up with, or what I am putting up with. But my big question I have for this year is like, can you truly rewrite your story? Like, you go through these years and these years and these years of living this same life. And even if you change a little bit, like say I start going to the gym a little, I don't work out, but I start going to the gym a little bit. You know what I'm saying? First week, second week. Right? But can I really rewrite my story? Like, say, like, even we talk about weight, or let's talk about, like, drugs or alcohol. Like, I think we need to talk to, can you really rewrite your story, and what does that look like? So do you feel like a person can rewrite their story?
When you say rewrite it.
Yes.
Like, can you like explain a little bit more?
You know what I'm saying? A little paragraph. You writing a little body paragraph. Can you erase the shit and start over? Like a lot of people, when we think about a new year, you think about a fresh start. Do you really have a fresh start when you go into a new year?
I don't believe so.
Why?
I don't believe you have a fresh start as in what just happened yesterday ain't there no more.
Okay.
But I look at it in a sense of each day is a new opportunity to do something different.
Okay.
So you don't have to keep doing the same things that you were doing. But like you brought up alcohol or drugs. Like if you was drinking alcohol, I'll use weed. I smoked weed from 16 to 20. How old am I? About 27, 26, 27. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now I don't smoke no more. Like, you know, like it's not an addiction anymore.
Okay.
But it took time.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of times when you say that, I think about people like, oh, it was 2022 yesterday. Yep. Today is 2023 and I'm a brand new person. That's not reality.
It's not realistic.
That's not realistic.
Exactly.
And if you're going to set a goal, like why set a goal just because it's a new year?
Because you really said it because you really want to do it.
I don't stick to New Year's resolutions. That's why I don't do them.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of us don't stick to them. I think I spoke about this on the show like last year when we were going into the new year of 2022. And I was like, you know, like the New Year's resolutions to me just seems so like, it seems so cliche. It seems so like it has such a facade on it. Like, oh, I'm going to do this. You know, a lot of people, for example, I said about the gym. A lot of people will say, I'm going to go to the gym. You there for a week and a half, babe, and you're not back. Where are you at? Gym packed January 1st to January 10th. Then that bitch empty as fuck. You feel me?
Yes.
But I kind of want to talk today on, can you really stick with that shit? Like you can really, so you say you cannot rewrite your story. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that you can.
Okay.
You can.
It just takes work.
It takes work.
Okay.
Consistent work. You have to be consistent.
Exactly.
Or you can't rewrite your story.
Okay. So I was thinking when I was thinking about that question, I'm like, damn, can you really write your story? I feel like when you talk about rewriting your story, a lot of people want to forget about the past.
Yes.
But one thing you can't do is forget about the past because they always say the past is what makes you, right? What you've been through is what makes you. So it's like, I am under the impression of like, I don't want to forget about what happened in 2022. I don't want to forget about the pool party. I don't want to forget about the shit I've been through. I don't want to forget about the friends I've lost because it's prepared me for 2023 and what I'm going to go through, right?
Yes.
But I think oftentimes when we go into a new year, we're like, done with that year, off to a new year. But I really want to challenge people to like, no, remember and reflect on what the fuck happened in that year before.
Did you even do what you were supposed to do last year?
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like oftentimes we think that the new year creates this new person. And I'm not saying it doesn't create the new person, but if the person, again, is not putting in that work to be better or to do better, then how can they?
Yeah.
So I want to ask you a question. You talked about smoking weed. What was one of the things, remedies or something you did to overcome that addiction?
That was
tough.
That was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough because I didn't realize. I thought like, oh, I just like to smoke weed, not knowing the root was not, oh, I like to smoke weed. The root is I'm in pain. Yeah. The root is I'm trying not to feel. The root is I ain't never faced what really happened. So once I was able to get to the root, I was able to start working on the outcome of the root, not the outcome. What I was using, the thing that I was using,
like coping or something?
The thing I was using to cope
you
with
were
the
able
root
to
issue.
address that issue.
Yeah, but without identifying what the root issue was, I was staying in it.
Yeah.
But what I didn't realize is, you know, a lot of people want to stop doing something, but you have to replace it with something else.
Yes. You
have to, or you're going to go back to it.
So that's good. Say that one more time. You have to
replace it with something else.
Or you're going to
go back to it.
Okay.
Have to.
Yes.
And so for me, like, I always used to suffer with insomnia. So when I wasn't smoking to suppress pain, I was smoking to help me go to sleep.
Yeah.
Because me and sleep, like I would just get attacked in my sleep and all this stuff. So I started, you know, doing CBD. I started like getting a night routine, like taking time to get off my phone at a certain time and like winding down, reading. That really helped me. Okay. And that's one of the biggest things that helped me, as well as accountability. I think I talked to you about this, like one of the first episodes I did, having community people that I can reach out to and say, hey, I'm struggling with this, or hey, I have an urge to do this. Like, can we pray, instead of just doing it and telling them later. Honestly, the community was the biggest game changer for me, because before I had lived so long with just me and God that I was too prideful to tell people what I was really dealing with, or I was ashamed, like they might judge me. And God's like, I see everything you doing.
Yeah.
How you scared to tell them, but I see all and know all.
Yeah.
And so I had to get to a place of being humble enough to, and not afraid to ask for help and say, I need help in this. And it got on my nerves at first. I didn't used to do it. I failed a lot. But I kept getting up and I kept trying. And now that I'm at a place where I'm not too good. Like if I don't keep certain things that I put in place, I could go back to smoking weed. Absolutely could. But I know my reason why, why I stopped. And I know that it's not beneficial for me anymore.
That's good.
And so, you know, I don't see anything wrong with anyone else, what you choose to do. But I know for me, it's just, I don't even like it anymore. And it took time for me to not like it because literally I had to like, and this is another part I had to grieve. I literally had to figure out like, well, who is Tanee if she doesn't smoke weed?
Okay.
And that was hard.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like I have been me and weed for like as long as I can remember.
Me and weed my best friend, bitch.
Literally. Thick as Steve.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do I do?
I'm crazy.
Like, who am I?
Yeah.
And that was the part that took a long time.
That's
I'm
crazy.
still learning who I am, but it's like, well, who are you when you don't do this? Who are you when you're not manipulating people? Who are you when you're not having sex? Who are you when you're not suppressing stuff? Who are you when you're not cussing people? Like, who are you?
Yeah.
And discovering that is painful.
Those moments, not to cut you off, but those moments, I really will take this. You really feel those moments when you're like by yourself. So if I'm like down here by myself, it's quiet as fuck. I'm like, I need some music. I need something like, cause these thoughts, like not that they're telling me to kill myself, but these thoughts is crazy because you just think about so much. There's so many thoughts that you go through in a day, right? And it's like, damn, for me, I was always moving around doing something because I didn't want to, not that I didn't want to sit in it, but it's like when I sit in it, when I sit down, I think about the day.
It's heavy.
When I sit down, I think about the week. When I sit down, I think about a family member. When I sit down, I think about a friend. It's like, damn, this quiet time is too much on my mental because I think too much.
Yes.
So to your point, who are you without these certain things? Because honestly, when I think about it, I don't know who I am without the gym. Because you look good, you feel good. So now I can't go to the gym. I don't know what I would be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I would be without the podcast.
Yes.
Because this is something I run to when I need to get my shit off or talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy when you talk about we attach to things that help us identify who we are. But in the moments that you can't be attached to it, it's like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, what you gonna do?
I'm prescribed, but I don't know. You feel me? But no.
And those things that you brought up aren't necessarily like, I won't say it's a good or bad, you know, but like gym, that's it. Like, okay, I don't smoke weed no more, so I work out.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me, that was a positive way to cope.
Exactly.
Running helps me alleviate stress.
Releasing them endorphins, babe.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what
so
I'm saying?
figure out what works for you instead of doing something that's only making it worse.
That's good, Tanee. So I was gonna share this one. So I think for me, there was a moment in 2022. It was quick to the end of 2022, real late. I was hit with a situation, right? And a situation that happened to me years ago. So it's like, you know, we've tried to move on. We've been in therapy. We've tried to heal. We've done this and that. And then it got hit in my face, like, boom. So I'm sitting there, and it's coming from somebody who like, how do you know that? You know what I'm saying? Like it's something very sacred. It's very like crazy. You know what I'm saying? How do you know that?
Yeah.
And in that moment, I was addressed with it. And so years ago, I would have like not played the victim role, but I would have been on some like defensive mode type shit. But when I was hit with it, I was very confident in what I was saying. I was very, my words spoke to the situation. So it was no laughy. You know, I like to laugh. And this shit serious as fuck to me.
Yeah.
I'm not playing about it.
Yeah.
Fuck you and whoever said that shit, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And it sat me down for a minute. And so I was upset the night of. Then I woke up the next morning. I'm like, wow. Like I spoke to it so much that this person felt like my pain. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, I'm healed. Like I'm healed from it. I've moved on from it.
Yeah.
When you hear it, it might hurt a little bit. But that shit sat me down for a minute. And one thing that I really felt was like, damn, like I never thought I would have got to that point of the process. Like we talk about stages.
Yeah.
So that stage of like trauma and grief.
Yeah.
I never would have thought I would have got to this point, but I'm here now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that to me just spoke volume because it's like, damn, nigga, like, I haven't talked about it, even touched on it in years. Like I talked about it with my therapist, but talk about it with an outsider, that shit ain't hit me in years, so I've never had to.
Yes.
So for me to be able to speak to it, I'm like, damn, that's growth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. So when you talk about the story with you and we, like, I felt like that story that I went through was following me so much through the years. And it's like, damn, like, I'm never going to shake this shit. Like, this shit is crazy. I'm never going to shake it. But then in a moment where I haven't heard it in a while, then I hear about it and I was able to answer to it like, yeah, like that happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is really this the real story.
Yeah.
You feel me? And to be able to sit back and reflect on that, I'm like, wow. Like we didn't got somewhere, yo. We didn't got somewhere. 2022.
Yeah.
We didn't got somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's it's just crazy. So another thing I want to know. So when we talked about self-doubt, we talked about belief, right? So have you had moments or even 2022 or before where you like really doubted yourself and something that you could do? Like your talents, things like that. Can you speak to something that you've doubted?
I would say I think I've doubted myself most of my life.
Oh, wow.
Honestly. Like, you know, I don't think that I ever, only maybe if you were like super close to me or like you would know it. Cause I used to act so tough, so hard all the time, just from how I was brought up. And it wasn't nothing necessarily that was wrong with me, but just things that in the past being picked on when I was younger, or, you know, dealing with dudes that's unfaithful and me feeling like I'm always being picked over, chosen over. So it really messed with like my self-worth. And I'm not just being a victim here. Like I played a role in it too. But it really took time for me to really like be like, no, you can do this. Not just believing in myself because other people see my value, but actually getting to a place where I believe. And that just happened this year or 2022, where I really like not just said it, because I've been speaking it for a few years, but actually walking that out, believing that you are enough, believing that there is more to you than what you can offer someone, you know, physically, and that you are worth it. So stop devaluing yourself. And then it was also this thing too, because when I was younger, I would say I was really confident, but people used to always be like, you think you all that, and da-da-da-da. So I would like dim my light to make other people feel better. And I just learned to live that way. And it's like, cause why do you feel bad about being you didn't ask to look like this. You didn't ask to be like this.
You asked to be a bad bitch.
And so there's a difference between being arrogant and being confident.
Absolutely.
And I'm not arrogant at all. I'm very confident in who I am, and it shows now how I walk and how I talk and how I am. But before, it was very like this, just hiding behind, or very insecure. Like, oh, somebody could say, you look so beautiful, or you're so beautiful, but I didn't believe it. Or I say something to go against that comment, where now it's like, oh, thank you. Or when I go out the house, like, I get dressed, I think I look beautiful. So even if nobody else say I look good or I smell good, it don't matter, because I know. And still sometimes people may be like, ugh, but I don't even pay that no mind no more. It don't matter. Because I know who I am, and you have no idea what it's taking it for me to get here. Period. So shut up.
I love that. Come on. So you overcame yours.
I overcame.
Sure.
For sure.
For sure. I would agree with you. I think that I've had spurts of believing in myself, right? So I feel like in a rim of things, like I've always believed in myself, but self-doubt does come, like you said. The belief is here, self-doubt right here.
Boom.
Smacking
Shuts that
your
shit
ass,
down.
you know what I'm saying? And I think that one thing I had to really, like, again, when I touched on the Halloween show, if I would have just believed in myself from the jump, yo, don't worry about it, nigga. Okay, tickets ain't selling. Damn, I done sold 10 and we only got a week left. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that happened, but I've only sold this many and we have this much time left. If I would have just been like, you know what? I'm good. Like, I'm not worried. Like, I'm going to have this show. So because I was talking to the dude I train with, Trey, like my good friend now, like one of my closest friends actually. And we was talking and he like, nigga, even if it's fucking 5 people in the room, give them niggas a show.
110%.
Give them niggas a motherfucking show. Even you don't worry about your show. And I'm like, damn, we talking, we pumping out waste. And I'm like, damn, you know what? That's true. Like, even if it was 10, those 10 about to leave saying, Dewey had a great ass show. That's all that fucking matters, right? So I feel like if I would have invested that energy and just believing that, not believing in people believing in me, believing in myself that I'm going to pump this show out and everything that I've been working on for months and months and months is going to work. Everything is cool. You know what I'm saying? But one thing you spoke about was like value. And we talked about at your dad's thing. So I'm very excited for this because I feel like for so long, like I've had this podcast, we're coming on 3 years actually. So it's a Valentine's Day show. It's a Valentine's Day show.
That's
but
3
at the
years?
same time, my anniversary is coming up. So
I'm
it's
excited.
so crazy. First day, the first time I released the first episode was February 10th.
Yeah.
I'm having a Valentine's Day show
February 9th.
You know? So
I might have to just fly back in town for this.
We're going to turn this into a Valentine's Day show, anniversary, love, whatever, right? But the crazy thing about all of this is when we were sitting at your dad's party, and we literally, it's crazy how things get put on you, because this is how we formatted our episode.
Yeah.
And we got to leave it for this cliffhanger. This is the great part, right?
Yes.
So, y'all, we were sitting there, we were talking. We're literally just catching up.
Just
vibing.
How you been? Yes.
How you been? What's been going on in your life?
Yeah.
And I'm saying regular conversation, but it was so powerful.
Yeah.
And so we start talking about value and investment. And so that's one thing that I talk about on my show. I've probably shared it on my lives, but I really get very, very, very emotional about this topic. Not like cry, but like I get very like argumentative, right?
Yeah,
when it comes
passionate.
She helped me out with the word. It's giving dictionary, okay? She's the dictionary for the episode, okay? Very passionate.
Not the dictionary.
It was a lot of passion, right? So it was a lot of passion when we talk about this topic because like value and investment. When
you smell
dating,
good.
Thank you so much.
What you wearing?
So much smell it again. Yeah.
It's
Zara, you know what I'm saying?
That smell
Vibrant
good.
leather.
Keep sticking to that. Everybody can't wear that, but it smell good on you.
Thank you. But listen, so I really talk about value and investment. I'm glad that we're here today because I can be able to really like fully explain myself because I know you're gonna help me through it, right? Because
Okay.
you're gonna share yours, and you're gonna help me through this topic, right? When we talk about value and investment, being a man and dating in this world, I take it very serious about value and investment. I was raised by my mom and grandma and my dad as well, but nurturing and those things, you was brought up as your mom and your grandma, they're queens and they're this and that. You know what I'm saying? And so I grew up treating women right because that's all I seen. Yeah. Right? And I get into my 20s and then I'm having these conflicted thoughts. Yeah. Right? Supposed to treat you like a queen, start treating you like a queen. You don't like the treatment of a queen. You want to be treated like this. You want to be treated like that. So now I'm confused. I was brought up to treat you like a queen, but now when I dog you, I get a better response. Yep. When I'm rude to you, I get a better response. Wow. When I'm showing you toxic behaviors, I get a better response from you than when I'm like, hey, what do you need? Yep. Bring you flowers. I want to take you out. Now I'm a cornball. Now I'm lame. Now I'm this. Now I'm that. I'm confused. Yep. Because I grew up being taught that you court your woman. You treat your woman right. Yeah. But every time I do that, I get bad results. Yeah. And it's not to say bad results, but I don't get the results. They don't come to me. They go away from me. Exactly. They push away. Exactly. And so I really want to talk about that because I think that for me, I take it very serious because one thing I don't do, I'm not going to tell you who you are. I'm going to let you tell me who you are, and then I'm going to act accordingly. Yeah. So in the beginning, a lot of women come in with, I want this, I want that, I'm this person, I'm this stand-up lady, I'm this and that. Then come to find out, I'm treating you very well. I'm doing what you say because I believe in you. I believe in what you're telling me. Just naturally. Mom and grandma have taught me to believe in a woman. Yeah. Now, weeks, months later, I'm seeing your value devalued based on what you're accepting now, based on what I was given. So one thing that Tanee was sharing, and I don't want to tell your story, I'll let you tell it. One thing that you shared was that you found value literally through a relationship. You found, like, you said something so powerful. I'm gonna let you say it. Hopefully you say it. I think hopefully you will. I say it. You said something. I'm gonna say it for you, and then you can explain the story. You said something so powerful. You were like, from guy A to guy B. Guy B showed me something so different that I seen my value. Like, you was like, it was so crazy though, but I all these years I've been doing this, that, and the third, and now I see like, wow, this is true. He's truly valuing me. Like, I haven't felt this. Yeah. And you were saying for so long. And to me, it was like an eye opener. Like, wow, women do go through this. You think y'all moving, like you said, you pretty, you doing this and that. You got your bag. Okay. You don't think about that. But for you to say that, it stuck with me so much, bro. Yeah. Like, you was like, yeah, like I finally was valued. Yeah. And it's crazy. Yeah. It's so many years. So explain, give us a little story or just speak to that. Like, what do you mean by you finally felt valued? Like, what do you mean by that?
So I wouldn't say that I was like, my dad has always been in my life. Absolutely. But unforeseen circumstances caused him to have to put his focus when I was 14. I would say that's the age that I probably needed him to be more like on my ass kind of thing, but he had to take care of my siblings, my cousins. So I understood what he had to do. But during that time was when I started having sex and, you know, just trying to figure it out, because I didn't necessarily have him to go to and kind of show me what it looked like to, how a man is supposed to treat me. Now, my dad always treated me right, but certain conversations weren't had because, you know, at that time, my dad, he wasn't the best person to come and talk to. And I wouldn't say I always had an opportunity to come talk to him, but based upon maybe his facial expression or reaction, it would shut me down and maybe like, yeah, I just rather not. So I would go to my mom, or, you know, I'm the oldest, so I didn't really have no older examples. Me too, and the ones that I did have, I wouldn't say that they were the best examples. I kind of learned bad habits from them. And so I just was left to just kind of figure it out and learn through experience. And so when I was younger and I first started, you know, dating and stuff like that, I didn't play. Like if like my first little boyfriend or whatever, when he cheated on me, it was a wrap. I was done and I was good, and I never dealt with him like that anymore. But somehow in the midst of that, I just learned to tolerate things because I just felt like, well, everybody cheats. Everybody's going to be unfaithful. You're going to have to put up something with somebody. So pick your poison. I just learned to do that. And I started to accept that. And I didn't realize that I was showing men how to treat me. And then also at that age, like we're young, like nobody is really trying to be serious like that. No, for sure. So it started there. And then, because of certain things that happened and what I seen, whether it was directly to me or friends and their boyfriends, it just made me just view it in a way where it was like, yeah, I'm not taking this serious. Like I'm always like, I'm gonna be halfway in, halfway out. And I didn't understand that all plays a part too. Even if they don't know what you're doing, they can feel all that energy. And so I never really took anybody serious like that. Like I desired to really like be a girl or whatever, but I wasn't ready to do that. And I wasn't showing a man like that I was really down or, you know, faithful and stuff like that, because I was used to just being in situationships type of thing. And so I thought then, because of men that I've dealt with, and I used to deal with the same type of men, that the most that I could offer a man was sex.
And that was, bro, that's so crazy.
Like I literally thought, like, it doesn't matter how beautiful someone told me was, how great of a person. Like I literally always thought that the most that I can offer a man, like he only really wants me at the end of the day for sex. And so I would go into things with that mindset, and I would think that people would always leave or that they would pick somebody over me because this. And so I would try to overcompensate doing other things, putting up with BS instead of just saying like, this is not right. This isn't what you really want. This is toxic, and walking away from it. I was afraid because I was afraid that, well, I'm going to lose this person because I didn't know who I was. But then when it came time to me, like taking a time out from dating and really like figuring out who I was through who God says I am, I was able to learn like, oh no, this is what it's supposed to look like. And even when that first happened, I'm like, this is too good to be true. Like there's not men out here like that. And then God started sending me people or couples that actually demonstrated that. But I still was kind of like on the fence, like, yeah, this happens for them, but this can't happen to me, because anything good that comes to me always ends. And so then God just started talking to me. I went through a class. I read a book. It was called Boundaries in Dating. Because I didn't even know what a boundary was. Right. Like where we from, you always have sex.
Absolutely.
What is like no sex before marriage? Like what is that?
What are you talking about, babe?
What are you talking about? Yeah. So instant gratification? Absolutely. Like we don't do no delayed gratification. Wait. I was always a person that got what I wanted, when and how I wanted it. And was fine with it.
Right.
Exactly. Didn't care.
Did not.
But I realized like, okay, Tanee, you keep doing this same thing and you having sex with this person, you having sex with that person, and you got pieces of you all over.
That's good.
Because your soul is tied to them. And it's deeper than what we think it is. Exactly. You know what I mean? And so I just got to a place of just being tired of getting the same results. And it was hard, but I had to just go through a period of like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. And it took time. I failed many a times. You know what I mean? But then I got to a place of, okay, I learned what boundaries are, right? Okay, now I know what they are. but how do we put them into place?
Exactly.
So then it was like, my roommate always says this. She was like, my boundaries were like rubber band boundaries. And they were. Each time somebody would go against what I said, I didn't have the confidence in what I was believing, and I would change them for them.
Yep. That's good.
So nobody's taking you serious.
Exactly.
You're not standing firm on it.
It's hard to.
It's hard.
Especially being a man and hearing you say these things, but then I see what you're doing. I see what you're modeling is not what the fuck you're saying. So honestly, I don't want to treat you this way. But what I see every time you with a different nigga, they treat you this way.
Yes.
So clearly that's what you want.
Yes.
But it could just be the confident piece in you not being able to stand up.
Yes.
And tell these niggas like, no, this is what I'm going to accept. And this is what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
So like, honestly, like that rubber band boundary. And then one thing that really, when you telling the story, one thing I'm thinking about is this one woman I was fucking with. And we had a great bond, whatever, right? Tanee, when I tell you she's probably the only woman in my adult years that she took me to meet her dad. That speaks volume.
Yeah.
You feel me?
It does.
That was important to her.
It does.
So at that point, if I got to step to your dad, I know I got to step to you with some type of energy, right? And so that's why I take it so serious. I'm like, you know what? That little piece was so huge for her.
Yeah.
That was investment. And I'm not even thinking. I'm just thinking she wanted me to meet her dad. All right, bet I come meet your dad. I'm knowing in the back of my head, I mean, your dad, it got to be something.
Yeah.
You respect me enough to bring me around your dad. Like,
yeah.
She was kind of like you and your dad. Like, she like grew up in the same household, you know, type shit like that. And so when I think about things like that, I'm like, these are valuable things.
Yeah.
These are important things. This is, to me, that's investment. You took me to meet your dad. That's deep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm going to, and it's not to say I'm going to treat somebody lesser, but I'm going to really respect you and treat you the utmost because of how you are delivering.
Yeah.
I had to meet your dad. I had to wait months and months to have sex with you. It was no longer about what you could give me. It was about you.
Yes.
And I feel like
we set the tone.
She set
and
the tone.
And if a man really wants you, he will follow suit.
That's all I'm saying.
And that's not to say we're in control.
Yes.
But a man like that, y'all appreciate that.
Thank you. Can you say it one more time?
Y'all appreciate that.
I take
most men will never admit
serious.
that.
Women want to argue with me. Oh, I can fuck him on the first day and first night. He can still be my.
No, he's not going to take you serious.
I'm saying
the chase is over.
If it's a challenge,
yes,
we love a challenge. Anybody loves a challenge.
Yes.
You don't give it to. I literally had a conversation with this girl I was fucking with. I'm like, bro, she's so fucking dumb in it. And I wasn't degrading her, but I'm just like, literally listen to yourself. Oh, well, sex is sex. No, the fuck it's not. It's not taking that lightly for niggas. If I have to work for you for 6. Literally, kid you not, right hand of God, bro. The girl I had to work 6 to 7 months, I'll always value her more than the bitch I just fucked for first night.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
I had to put in work to get there.
Yeah.
I had to learn her as a person.
Yeah.
I had to see who she really was before I seen who she really was.
Yeah.
That shit's deep.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel like I've been caught in this like bind of like meeting women who I don't really have to work that much.
Yeah.
So you know what I do? I get comfortable.
Yep.
So now I done got comfortable with Miss 6 months because I'm like, oh, well, you like just like everybody else. No, she not.
Yeah.
She not. I done met her dad. I done did this. I had to put in work to get to where I was with her. These other women, I ain't have to do that much. Yeah. So now I'm fucking her up because I'm like, oh, you just like all the other ones. You not though.
Yeah.
So I think when you spoke to that at your dad's party, I was like, damn, that shit was so good. I think I even went back and told somebody like, bro, that shit, I had a conversation today. Like, that shit was good, bro, because like what you said, I only felt like I could offer them sex. That's deep.
Like I really did. And I just want to say this too, like, cause again, I was 14 when the stuff happened with my aunt. My aunt passed my dad to take them in. And so I just want people to know too, like now that me and my dad the last few years have rebuilt our relationship as an adult, I am seeing, and he's always been like that. I just didn't remember, I didn't understand, or didn't receive it because I didn't know how to receive it.
Exactly.
But my dad, it don't matter how busy he is. He's been raising kids my whole life. He always makes time for me. He always makes sure that he knows that he sees me and he hears me. He always makes sure that, he wants to talk to me every day. He wants to make sure I'm straight. Like anything he can do, he's going to do that. And if a man isn't coming with that same energy, you can keep it. You know what I mean? And so even with, we'll use guy A and guy B. With guy B, that was the first time that I walked those boundaries out and I stuck with them.
Say that one, bro. That was the first time you walked those boundaries out.
I walked those boundaries out and I stuck with them. He respected it. And I'm sitting here like, God, is this real? Like never, like again, it's not about sex, but in this society, in this world, everybody makes it think it's only about that. Never had sex with this man. Only seen this man 3 times in person. And the way that he pursued me, the way that he valued me, the way that he made time for me. And this man is busy. So I don't have time for nobody I don't have time, man A, to tell me, oh, I'm too busy. Oh, I caught up in this. That's an excuse.
Yep.
And you're showing me your true color. So when you show me that, I'm a fool if I keep believing it and allowing you to do that. And it's not I hate to compare, but it's the only thing I have it to compare to.
Absolutely.
When I have this person on the other end who is really making time for me.
Yeah,
you know
we
what
just
I'm
talked
saying?
about that on the last episode, actually, how, like, you know, with dating, you date multiple people.
Yeah.
So I was saying, like, oh, well, maybe I wasn't getting curved when I thought I was getting curved because maybe he was applying more pressure.
Yes.
For you, what you're saying is the pressure that you were receiving was those boundaries that you kept with this guy B. You know what I'm saying? And he was able to see you in a different light.
Yes.
Not saying that the other nigga only seen you for pussy.
Yeah.
But this man was able to see you for you.
And actually really get to know me.
I want to get to know. Exactly. That's why I said, like, I seen her.
Intentionality.
And I never really seen her for real.
Intentionality.
So it made me be more intentional. It made me be more invested. It made me be more interested in what you have to offer. What are we talking about? Because once I have sex with you and we have sex, it might go one ear out the other.
Because men can say a lot. Like, y'all be saying some stuff, right? But what's the follow up? What's the action? Because I used to, and this used to get me all the time. That's one of the reasons why I devalued myself by listening to what people say instead of watching what they do.
Exactly.
You getting caught up in the words. Where's the action?
There it is.
You waiting 10 years. This still ain't happened. It's not happening, sis.
And you know what the crazy part about this is? I was talking to my grandma actually and my dad. Me and my dad talk every day now. Like you said, our relationship has grown through the years too. Because I've now been able to see as a grown man what my dad was going through at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I don't have a kid. So I'm guessing it was probably 10 times worse than what I'm going through. So we able to relate on shit. And he like, yeah, man, that's what I used to tell you. I guess like you said, 14, 15, you hear your parents, but you think you grown. You don't hear your parents, right? Yeah. So it's like we talk every day now, and it's just like when I recap on stories that's happened to me with like
reflect.
Reflect dictionary thesaurus. She's a thesaurus.
I am the source.
Okay, you're the thesaurus. So when I'm able to sit back and really reflect on it, I'm like, damn. So, and that's one thing that me and my dad take very serious is like value and investment. And I think women, to me, women take it so lightly, but it's not. It's not. Very powerful. Literally, when you said that at your dad's like dinner and his party, I'm like, damn, this is good shit. Like, women need to hear this.
Yes.
Like, even if it's not today.
Yeah.
We always be like, oh, have value on your pussy. But like, really though, have value on yourself.
And yourself.
What are you, like, you settle for the bare minimum? You're happy about a nigga doing the bare minimum, the bar.
Oh, he bought me food today. Used to be geeked.
What?
Food? He sent you cash out for some food, sis?
$20?
Ain't seen him in 6 months. What?
Stop today. He brought a bottle to my house and now we're having sex? Bitch, step it up. Sorry.
Like,
step it up.
Sis. Step it up. But I had to also, because I know that I'm called to women. I'm called to like one of the things I'm most passionate about is teaching women the importance of loving themselves first, helping them to discover their God-given identity. Yeah. But how can I do that, Tanee, if you're not practicing what you're preaching?
I love that.
I had to get real with myself. You over here preaching to the choir. Yeah. You're not doing it, so shut up.
You don't talk about it, man.
Until you really get it together.
That's good.
You're a hypocrite.
Yeah, that's good.
So now I'm not just talking the talk. I'm walking the walk. And it has taken time.
Yes.
Bruh.
Yes.
But I promise you, we're not going back.
Yeah.
We're not dealing, like, if you not where I am or higher, we can't talk. We got nothing to talk about. Period. I'm not ignoring red flags. I'm not letting shit slide. You know, it'll be stuff with anybody, but the certain stuff that you need to have together, I'm not here to wait for you to get that together or tell you what you need to do. I'm not. I don't have no kids.
That's this shit. Wow. Yes. Yes. You can and you will and you should, honestly. But I think that one thing about this topic was going into this new year, I feel like people need to really put their shoes on and really step to what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, really put your shoes on and tie them bitches up. Though. You know what I'm saying? Oftentimes we put the shoes by the door. It's like, they're there. I ain't put them on yet. I don't know what shoe I want to wear. You know what I'm saying? Nah, put those shoes on that you speaking to and really step in what you're saying.
Yes.
And I think that will bring more. Not when we talk about value, that will make a motherfucker respect you because I'm people be like, I'm gonna stand on it. I'm gonna stand on 10 toes. No, really stand on what you're saying. Because you're saying, and you're not. But for me, as like being who I am, I'm gonna believe what you're saying. I don't want to believe you more than you believe in what you're saying. I don't want to believe in you more than you believe in you. That's weird as fuck. I had a situation with a shorty. She did some wild shit, and I'm like, it's crazy because I believed in you more than you believed in yourself to do that.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Yeah.
I'm listening to what you're telling me. Clearly, what you're telling me, you're just talking. Like you said, you've been with men that just talk. But I truly am. I'm invested. I'm truly believing in what you're saying. And now I'm looking at you, and I'm like, wow, I can't even respect what comes out your mouth because I did respect it at a point in time.
But you're doing like I used to be this girl with man A. Like at first, them boundaries was set, right? And then grief happened. And then them boundaries came down. So it's like, I don't take you serious because you talk all this talk, but then we doing this. So I don't take you serious no more. And it literally switched, and I was able to see how he started treating me. I was like, damn, I can't even be mad at you because I played my part. You know what I'm saying? And I can't expect you to do anything differently when I showed you how to treat me. I showed you that I'm still going to stick around if you do this. I showed you that you can lie to my face and I'm still going to fuck with you. I showed you that. So what you going to do?
I let you think it was okay.
Yeah. So you're going to keep doing it.
Literally. Okay.
Yeah. Just how to put that out
Woo!
there. Yeah.
Be
accountable.
Be accountable, bro.
Be accountable.
In 2023, really, like I said, put them fucking shoes on that you're going to step in and step to what you're saying and really stand on it. I think that that's very powerful. I think that people respect you more when I'm going to say something and I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Now, you might not do it in the way that you said you were going to do it, but you're going to make it happen. People have more respect for you when they see you actually model what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because then it just becomes talk, right?
Yep.
So, Tanee, what is one thing you're looking forward to in 2023 as we wrap this topic up?
My business to prosper and to just take off.
Yeah.
I am so excited to finally like invest in myself and believe in myself. And, you know, all my life I've worked jobs and supported other people and their vision and their dreams, but I never put that energy towards myself. And now that I am, it's just like God is just opening so many doors. And again, it's not just falling into my lap. No, I'm putting in work. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I know that everything that my hands touch it's already prospering. It's going to prosper. And I'm just excited to see what he's going to do because I really have no idea. But I'm very much excited about it because now is the time. Yeah. So everybody, I'm just going to go ahead and put this in. Yeah. Everybody, follow my skincare page. Yes. It's Godly Glow Co. on Instagram. That's Godly. Wait. Godly. Godly. Okay. Sorry. See, second guessing myself. So Godly GLOWCO. That's on Instagram, Facebook. It's all natural handmade skincare products, and you will see so much more for us in the future. Yes, so go ahead and order you some.
Yeah, you gonna plug that again when we get to the end.
Okay, got it.
Cool.
I love that. I just had to put that.
Talk your shit. Talk your motherfucking shit, right? But one thing I want to do going in 2023, like I said, definitely trusting myself, believing that I can, but also really like taking that time to myself. You feel me? Like really taking that time to, if it's to relax.
Yeah.
Just be by myself.
Self-care
days. Literally, like, and I'm really serious about that. Now I've been getting a little rich nigga manis
once
from
a
Michael.
week or twice a month.
Sam Michael been getting me right with the rich nigga mani.
Men, get your manicures.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with
little shit that's really, I'm investing in myself.
Take care of yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I can't talk about bitches investing in themselves and I'm not investing in me.
Take care of yourself.
Right? So, you know, doing little things like that. I go to the gym. I do all those things. But like really taking moments for myself.
Yeah.
Not to be around nobody. Just to get in my car and go, get a massage, do this, do that.
Yeah.
Like really. And I also want to be in 2023. I said I was going to do this in 2022 and I really don't think I did, but be present. Like a lot of times we at the spot, but we on our phone.
Yeah.
We hear, I'm with you, but I ain't really listening to you. I want to be way more present this year because what I've learned, life is so short. Like you say, you went through 2 losses. That was major, right? And you just never know what the next day looks like. So for me, one thing I started doing was taking my grandma out like once a week to go get something to eat. Because like I don't know how long I'm having my grandma. Like let me go take you out to like dinner or lunch. Let's do something to like really talk and
intentionality.
And like and I'm not gonna be on my phone. Like she says a lot like, oh, you're always on your phone. Like you just have a habit like of checking Instagram. My podcast, my likes, whatever. Texting people, staying in the moment, but like really valuing that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing I want to do for 2023. So this is a great conversation. We're about to move into temp check, babe. So you did a good job. High five. Hey. All right. So temp check, they write in a question and we answer it. And actually this question was like low key right on time because we're talking about businesses and shit. Okay. So temp check. I normally don't do shit like this, but I want to get your perspective because I respect what you are doing out here. My friend and I started a detail business a couple months ago. We have made a name in our city and we have been making good bread. Things been cool, but I'm realizing that I'm doing everything from posting on our page to even passing out flyers and cleaning the cars. He said he's been dealing with life, but we splitting everything down the middle. Last straw was we had 3 cars to finish and this dude took his girl out to dinner instead and lied about it. Shit has been mad wild, and I'm ready to say fuck him in the business. How would you handle it? Because I'm ready to sock on, bro. So, dude has a car detailing business with his friend. He's been doing most of the work, like posting on pages, passing out flyers, and cleaning the cars, which is crazy. He said that they've been splitting it down the middle, so basically, even shit.
She get a cut anyway.
Yep. And last straw is they had to finish 3 cars, and the dude took his girl out to dinner and lied about it. He's ready to say fuck the business and the dude. How would you handle it? It's tough.
It is tough because people got to be more mindful when they have an idea of going to business with people.
Man.
What type of fruit do you see before? Just because we friends don't mean you're good to do business together. Man. And that sound like y'all was homies and y'all just got in business. Yeah. Idea. And you just discredited the red flags or what you know about your friend's character. Yeah. So you signed up for it. Yeah. So I would say have a conversation with this person. Wait, because sometimes you got to have a conversation, wait for change. And if you still don't see anything and it's weighing on you, then maybe you need to either take the business and do it yourself or just throw the whole business away. Yeah. Because it's a partnership. Now, there are times you have hardships where you might have to do more. But if it's a consistent thing like that,
it's time to go. Yeah. Especially if we spend it out in the middle. No. I think for me, I've been in
Are we going to do 60-40, 70-30?
Like I feel like, I think that's one of the toughest things to do is be in a business with a friend. Only because, especially if you're not able to split friendship from business. Yes. And I think that a big thing that I learned when that happened to me was like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't split it. I combined the two. And so now I'm looking at you in our business and I don't even want to be your friend. Yep. Because of what happened in our business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if I would have took the time to say, you know what? This is my friend. This is our business. We need to handle stuff on the business route. And we need to handle on the friend route. Yeah. I feel like you need to have 2 separate conversations. Yeah. Hey, look, this is what's going on with our detailing business. I feel like I'm doing everything. This is business wise. Now let's go to the friendship. Yeah. How are we best friends? Are we really close? And you are leaving me with this. Yep. What, again, value? How do you look at me? How do you see me? Am I just supposed to do this by myself? If so, let me know. Yeah. So like you said, I think we need to have a conversation. But for me, I would think that you need to, because I've been here before. Yeah. We need to split the conversations up. Yeah. Maybe separately. Maybe today we talk about our friendship. Hey, bro, you good? Like, everything cool? Like, everything good with you? Are we good? Maybe next day, and I might, or a week later, this business, bro, I really want to talk to you about our business, just strictly on business. This is what's going on. I feel like I'm doing a lot. What can you contribute? Yeah. Why are you not contributing? You know what I'm saying? I feel like, because I also feel like a lot of people get comfortable. Yep. Like if I know and another thing I think, this is really, shout out to you, bro, but hold on. So another thing I think that I'm feeling right now is your friends don't communicate the talents or the specialties or the things that they see in you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So dude might think, well, he's better at posting on social media than me. He might clean that seat better than me. Yep. He might clean the windows better than me. So I just let him do it. Yeah. Instead of communicating. Now, if we have a conversation, you're like, you know what, bro? You clean cars better than me. So I'm going to do this and you do that. Right. So communication is what it sounds like. Yeah. It's not that I want to leave you for dust. It's just that I think you do it better than me. Yeah. I do this better. I talk to the customers better. Yes. I do this. Now we can delegate. You know what I'm saying? I think oftentimes when you are in business with a friend, they already know you. They know what your talents are. They know what your abilities are. Yeah. So maybe he's just seeing that and letting you kind of rock from that.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I dropped the ball. I didn't expect to get in my bag like that. Hold on. But yeah, so I think that you definitely should have a conversation, but definitely have a separate conversation. Yeah. Friend and then business. And yeah. Yep. Hopefully we answered your question. So we at the end of the show today. So go ahead and plug yourself once again. You know, your Instagram, where to find you, what you doing, your business, where to find you. Boom, boom, boom. And we out of here.
So y'all can follow me at Tanee Monique on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. TaneeMonique. And my skincare is Godly Glow Co. Mm-hmm. That's GODLYGLOWCO. Yeah. On Instagram and Facebook as well. Again, I make all natural skincare businesses. Yes. I can't talk, Jesus. Help. I was doing good. I make all natural skincare products. Period. And we have so many new things coming on the way. Yes. So if you want to stay plugged in, want to stay tuned for that, follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
I love that. So follow Tanee, you know what I'm saying? Godly Glow. Co. Yes. Godly Glow. I'm going to say CO.
Yes.
Co. You know what I'm saying? Tanee Monique. Follow me, official DR on Instagram and Twitter. And then prescribe DR _ and prescribe DR on Instagram and Twitter. Tap into that. Subscribe on this YouTube if you tapped in. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that. All shit of that. They say.
Play it back, run it back.
Run the reel. You know what I'm saying? The reel gonna be posted. Share the reel. You know what I'm saying? Share this word. You know what I'm saying? Word from God. You know what I'm saying? But nah, thank y'all for tapping in. Yes. Thank you, Tanee, for coming on.
Thank you for having me as always.
Columbus from ATL's finest coming on. It's a great episode. You know what I'm saying? We out of here. So prescribe with the real. So we say the things your friends won't say, you ain't gonna lie about, and we out.
Yes. Hey.